Hello students, I am Priyanka Chaudhary from RBNB College, Srirampur. We are going to study here 11 Science Physics, name of the chapter Mathematical Methods. In last lectures, we have studied the basic about the scalars, vectors, then types of vectors. Then we have studied the vectors operations like addition of vectors and subtraction of vectors. Now the next point that we are going to study here is resolution of vectors. Now the resolution of vectors is nothing but it is the process in which the vectors are splitted into its components. Now we will see it how vectors are splitted. So for that, first we can see here a vector suppose V bar can be written as a vector V bar can be written as V bar is equal to V1 alpha cap plus V2 beta cap plus V3 gamma cap, where alpha, beta, gamma, that is alpha cap, beta cap and gamma cap are unit vectors along the chosen directions. That is, alpha cap is a unit vector suppose along the x-axis, beta cap is the unit vector along y-axis and gamma cap is the unit vector along z-axis. And this V1, V2 and V3, V1, V2 and V3, these are the components of vector V bar along alpha cap, beta cap and gamma cap directions. So now we have to study what is the exact meaning of resolution of vectors. So the resolution is nothing but, we will write its definition. So the process of splitting a given vector into its components So the process of splitting a given vector into its components are called resolution of vectors. So, in resolution of vectors, it is the process of splitting a given vector into its components. So now, we can consider a two-dimensional vector and we will find a resolution of a vector. So suppose this is x-axis, this is y-axis. It is origin O. So consider a vector r bar. So this is a vector r bar. This point is O and suppose this point is C. Now drop a perpendicular from C on x-axis at point A. So this is a perpendicular from point C on x-axis at point A. Similarly, drop a perpendicular from C on y-axis at point B. So suppose this is a point B. Now this is the angle theta in between the vector r bar and the x-axis. So now this OA is nothing but it is Rx bar and OY is Ry bar. So now from this diagram we can write here the vector r bar, that is equal to Rx bar plus Ry bar. So by using the law of parallelogram of vectors we can write here. So by using law of parallelogram of vectors, we can write vector r bar is equal to Rx bar plus Ry bar. Now we can write here theta is the angle between r bar and x-axis. So now from figure we can write here cos theta is equal to, now cos theta is equal to Rx divided by r bar. So from this we have Rx is equal to r cos theta. So this is the equation 1. Similarly, we can find sin theta. So from this diagram, sin theta is equal to Ry divided by r. So therefore, Ry is equal to r sin theta. This is equation 2. So now by squaring and adding equation 1 and equation 2, we can write, so by squaring and adding equation 1 and equation 2, we have, so we will square and add these two equations. So by squaring this we have r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta is equal to Rx square plus Ry square. Now we can take here r square as a common. So in bracket cos square theta plus sin square theta. So r square in bracket cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to rx square plus ry square. Then we know that the cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. So we have r square is equal to rx square plus ry square. So now from this we can write the magnitude of the vector r bar. So the magnitude of vector r bar can be given as r is equal to under root rx square plus ry square. So this equation gives us the magnitude of vector r bar. Now we have to find the direction of vector r bar. So therefore the direction of vector r bar is given as tan theta is equal to, from figure we can write the value of tan theta as ry divided by rx. Now from this equation we can write theta is equal to tan inverse ry divided by rx. So these two equations gives us the magnitude and direction of a vector r bar. So here vector r bar is splitted into its components rx and ry. So this rx is along x-axis, or we can say it is along the I cap, unit vector I cap, and ry is the component along y-axis or along the unit vector j cap. So now if we consider here, instead of two dimensions x and y, if there are three dimensions x, y and z, then the magnitude of the vector, resultant vector r bar, can be written as so r bar is equal to under root rx square. So vector r is the magnitude, so we can write here r. So r equal to under root rx square plus ry square plus rz square. If there are x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, then the magnitude is given by this equation. Now if we have two vectors, suppose if we have a bar and b bar, these two vectors, and we can write vector a bar is equal to vector b bar. So the meaning of these equal vectors are the x component of vector a bar is equal to the x component of vector b bar. Similarly, the y component of vector a bar is equal to the y component of vector b bar. And if there is z component, then the z component of vector a bar is equal to the z component of vector b bar. So we can write here, if vector a bar is equal to vector b bar, then ax is equal to bx, ay is equal to by, and az is equal to bz. So in case of resolution of the vectors, we can split or we can separate the components of the vector, and if these components are equal, then we can say that these two vectors are also equal. So this is about the resolution of the vectors. Now the next point that we are going to study is multiplication of the vectors. So in last lecture we have studied the vector operations such as addition of vector and subtraction of vectors. Along with we have studied triangle law of vectors and parallelogram law of vectors. So in next point we are going to study about the multiplication of the vectors. That means when two vectors are multiplied with each other, then the product of multiplication is again of two types, that is scalar product and vector product. Scalar product is also called as dot product, and vector product is also called as cross product. If two vectors are multiplied with each other, then the product is a scalar, then we can say it is a scalar product. And if two vectors are multiplied with each other and product is a vector quantity, then it is called the vector product. So this point we will study in next lecture. So thank you very much.